Now, in order to be able to do this, you will need to go ahead and go down to the Creative Cloud on your computer. You want to open this up and you want to go to All Apps. In here, if you go to Beta Apps, you can scroll down to the bottom and you will see something called Photoshop Beta and Substance 3D Viewer. You need to have both of these installed in order for this to work. Now, once you've got them both installed, we're going to open up Photoshop and we're just going to create a new project. And you want to set this ideally around 3840 times 2160. If your image is way too large, this will not work. A good number would be around 4K. We're also going to drag and drop ourselves a background so we can have the background to mess around with. We're going to scale this up and apply it onto the canvas. If you don't have your own 3D model or anything to work with, that's completely fine because I don't either. And what you can do is you can once again go back into the Creative Cloud. And if you go over to the 3D and AR tab, you will see a Substance 3D Assets. If you open this up in browser, we can browse through all of the assets and we can have a look at some of these that we can download. If you're looking for some free ones or you just want to test out this feature, you can set it to free assets and this will just give you some free materials that you can work with. Now, since we're looking for models, we're just going to filter this out and there we go. We now have all of these models that we can mess around with. For me personally, I want to add in some gym equipment into that background and I downloaded this one right here. Once you've got it downloaded, we're just going to simply drag and drop it into Photoshop. And so far, nothing crazy. Everything is normal. We're just applying this 3D object. You can scale this up. You want to make sure all of your canvas is visible. We cannot edit this at the moment. As you can see, it is only a smart object. However, now in Photoshop, if you right click on this layer, you will see something called Edit Contents. You can also double left click on the thumbnail, similar to a smart object. And what this will do is this will open up the 3D viewer. So as you can see, so far, we have the object right here. If you left click, you can move it around. If you right click, you can rotate this. And this is the active camera. You can also change the angle if you wanted the right view, if you want the bottom view, the top. And you can also add in your own free view or just keep it to the camera. You also have some other options at the top, such as the view settings. If you wanted to change the field of view, you can make it smaller or larger. You can also change the different type of perspective. If you're looking for something different, you can set it to this one, which looks really odd. So I would personally stick to this one. We're just going to also scroll down, zoom out a little bit, and we're just going to position this bench as if it's actually in this room. And we can place it right here. Once you're happy with your object, we can also change the appearance. We have the barbell, you can select it. We have the cushion, and we have some of the other details if we wanted to focus on those small little details. If you wanted to individually select one manually, you can just left click on here, and this will focus on this area. You can also hold Shift and apply an extra one if you want to add in another one. In here, you will have all of your different options. You can change the metallic look to it. You can change the roughness. You can also change the color, the base color right here. So let's say if you wanted a red color, we can apply it in here. The one that's my personal favorite is the materials presets at the bottom. If you open this up, this will give you some pre-installed and default presets that you can work with, such as the materials. We can apply this nice soft leather material onto here. Another cool thing about using the Substance 3D viewer is you can switch over to the 3D view rather than changing the actual canvas itself. So in here, you can do all of your rotations. You can have a look at this in a 3D view. We can zoom in and have a look at the texture. And let's say that we wanted to change the color of this and make it a little bit brighter. we can change it in here. So we want this nice red color onto here. And there we go. That's looking really nice. Let's say that we wanted to also change the actual barbell itself. We're just going to select the barbell and we're going to apply a metal chrome onto here. And there we go. That's applied the texture. We can also change the actual frame itself. We're going to select this one and these other ones as well. For this one, what we're going to do is we're going to select all of the frame. And then we're going to apply a steel material. We're also going to select this one individually. And if you go to the object, you can unlink it. We're going to select it. And you want to now change the actual color. We just want this one slightly darker to give it some contrast. We can also select the plates. And for this one, we're just going to apply a steel one. We're going to also unlink it to the group. Reselect it once again. And this time, we're just going to change the color to a black color. And there we go. That's looking a lot better. We can go back to the canvas view. Now, so far, we have applied the materials onto the bench and it's looking a lot better. But the lighting just makes it look so unrealistic and out of place. So the next thing to do from here is we can also change the lighting. If you go over to the environment, in here, you can select the preset, whether it's the outdoor or this one right here. But if you start to change the rotation, you will see the lighting will change. We have the window right here. So we need some natural light coming from this angle right here. If we set this to around, let's say 169, it gives it this look that the window is open. Once you've done that, we can also change the brightness if you want to make it darker or brighter. And we can also apply the ground plane. You can apply some denoise, and there we go. Now it's starting to look more natural. Once you're happy with your result, you can also enable the ray tracing at the top. Now, this is honestly such a cool feature. Be aware, it will be more demanding on your system, but if you enable this, this will give it a complete finish. It may look a little bit pixelated at first, but that's because it's rendering the result. And as you're waiting for it, you will notice the grain will start to disappear. Once you've completely finished with your project, you can either save it to clipboard, you can save it as a snapshot, you can even save it as a transparent background if you only wanted this bench. You can also export it as an image, or you can send it to Photoshop. Now, since we have Photoshop open, we can just click on Send to Photoshop. If we minimize this, you will notice we now have this in Photoshop. And there is our final result right here. Now, the cool thing about this is that you can continue to edit this as much as you want. You just need to double left click on here. And you can also edit it in Photoshop if you wanted to add in some effects. This is honestly just the surface of it. You can actually dive deeper. And the new feature that they've added to this is that you can use generative AI to match this to a whole new background. So let's say, for example, you wanted to completely transform and add in a background that you've never seen before, or you just want to describe the actual environment. If you select the 3D model to image, this will now give you 3 different options. You can either generate a complete new scene, you can create a new image, or you can match your generative fill results to your actual selection. Now for us, we want to select this one right here, which will combine this bench with a background. And we're just going to also set ourselves in the correct position because this is very important. The angle of it will affect the overall look. You can now type in, let's say, a warehouse gym. We can now select the color match. We want the aspect ratio. We can set it to this one. You can also apply some effects if you want to, such as the concept, materials, theme, the color tone. But I'm just going to leave it on auto and I'm going to click on generate. And by the variations, you can see we have this warehouse looking place. This one is more of a factory warehouse, but it still gives us the vibe of a warehouse. We can be more specific with this, of course. And there we go. That's definitely a lot better now. This one looks more like an indoor school gym. This one's an outdoor, sort of an outdoor. This one's not bad. We could definitely work with this. And like I said before, you can also deselect variation. You can select the specific material. And by selecting the one that will say generate new look for your model, you can actually change this to have a gym leather material. And if you click on generate, you can have a look through the different variations, see which one you're happy with. And these are not too bad. They are fairly decent. If we wanted to match it to the original, we can bump this up all the way to 75, and this will match the color a lot better. There we go. That's looking a lot better. And then from here, once again, you can either export it if you want to. You can save it as this type of variation. You may also like this next video up on the screen, but until next time, I will see you all in that next video. Bye.